UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson was moved to an intensive care unit Monday after his condition with coronavirus symptoms worsened, his office has said. Johnson, 55, had been admitted to St Thomas' Hospital in London on Sunday evening for what he said were routine tests, adding that was in good spirits. Downing Street had insisted the hospitalization was a precautionary step. The dramatic change in the leader's health has shocked the nation, with politicians from his party and the opposition voicing their support. Over the course of this afternoon, the condition of the Prime Minister has worsened and, on the advice of his medical team, he has been moved to the intensive care unit at the hospital, a Downing Street spokesperson said. The PM has asked Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab, who is the first Secretary of State and the most senior cabinet minister, to deputize for him where necessary. Downing Street had previously said that Raab would stand in if the Prime Minister were unable to lead the country. Raab chaired Monday's regular morning coronavirus briefing. Raab said on Monday that government business would continue. In a televised statement, he said Johnson was in safe hands and was receiving excellent care from a brilliant team at St Thomas' Hospital. He added there was an incredibly strong team spirit in government behind the Prime Minister. "Together we will beat this," Johnson said. Johnson was hospitalized Sunday because he was still suffering coronavirus symptoms 10 days after testing positive for the virus. The British leader announced on March 27 that he had been infected and was, at the time, suffering mild symptoms including a cough and fever. At the time, he vowed to continue leading the nation's response to the outbreak and hold meetings via video conference, saying in a video, "Together we will beat this." The leader of the country's House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle, said Johnson's admission to intensive care was terrible news. "I know the thoughts and prayers of everyone across the House are with the Prime Minister and his family right now. We all wish him a speedy recovery." Keir Starmer, the newly elected leader of the main opposition Labour Party, said the development was terribly sad news. "All the country's thoughts are with the Prime Minister and his family during this incredibly difficult time." The United Kingdom reported a total death toll of more than 5,000 on Monday. The government has been scrambling to implement widespread testing as evidence grows that people infected could be asymptomatic. The Prime Minister's spokesperson had said earlier on Monday that Johnson had a comfortable night in hospital, but would not comment on reports Johnson was given oxygen. Officials are no longer describing his symptoms as mild. In a post on Twitter, Johnson had said he was keeping in touch with his team and thanked staff at Britain's National Health Service for taking care of him. U.S. President Donald Trump had expressed sympathy after Johnson was initially hospitalized, calling him a strong man and a strong person. In a news conference Sunday night, President Trump said, "I want to express our nation's well wishes to Prime Minister Boris Johnson as he wages his own personal fight with the virus. All Americans are praying for him. He's a friend of mine, he's a great gentleman and a great leader." Johnson's pregnant partner, Carrie Simmons, has also experienced COVID-19 symptoms, and said over the weekend that she is on the mend. Johnson's Secretary of State for Health, Matt Hancock, also said on March 27 he had the virus, and the UK's Chief Medical Officer, Chris Whitty, announced that he would begin self-isolation after displaying symptoms. The UK had faced criticism for its slow response to the coronavirus, with Johnson still shaking hands of patients with the virus in hospital just a few weeks ago.